好，我是软体小天使米娅，我是软鞋小天使 Kelly。好久没出国了，真的好闷，好想飞出去玩。君子不出门就能知天下事，我不用出国就能知道国际趋势，因为我有订阅软鞋 YouTube 频道。那你就把你休假都给我吧。那你先按赞、分享、订阅再说吧。
Good morning again. I'm here for the second time. I hope I'm not going to bore you. Mr. Zhang just presented quite a wonderful keynote address just now. I think he has spelled out a lot of applications and solutions that are already applied in Taiwan, and we are going towards that journey as well. So today, this morning, I'm going to speak on that journey before we reach your journey. Good morning to all of you. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and thank you for inviting me to be one of your guest speakers, Mr. Brian, in today's session, especially in Taipei, Taiwan. I was here 10 years ago. This is probably a good opportunity for me to have another assessment of how far you have progressed for the last 10 years. But I must say, I'm amazed, and what you're doing here is phenomenal, and it's great. I would like to use this opportunity to actually share with you a small region in Malaysia with a population of only about 2.8 million, and we are very ambitious. We want to be as good as Taiwan, maybe, or for that matter, we are modeling ourselves with Estonia. Estonia is only 1.3 million people, but they are probably the best digital country in Europe. Sarawak, Malaysia, digitalization journey and how we embrace the transformation is about how we want to grow the economy and how we want to improve the livelihood of our people. It is a journey that can only be achieved. We bring all our resources together, all our stakeholders together, and also to learn from countries around us, like platform today. This is what our take is when we come here to Taiwan. Let me first start with introduction of Sarawak. Where are we? Where I come from. And later I will dwell a little bit more on how we accelerate our digital transformation towards advanced digital economy. We are only just about 5 hours flight from Kuching, Sarawak to Taiwan, Taipei. I had a good flight yesterday. I was worried about the thunderstorm and the typhoon, but it was perfect landing in Taipei. So we are about, if around the region in Asia, we just take about 5 hours flight to Japan, to Korea, to Australia, even to India, and these huge economies around us. So we're not too far away from countries which are very advanced in technology. Malaysia, as you all know, is made up of 3 regions, basically. Sarawak. Let me get some pointer here. Oh, this one doesn't, I cannot, this is a LED screen, right? Oh, sorry. Anyway, we are made up of 3 regions, Malaysia, Sarawak, Sabah, and West Malaysia. And Sarawak is the biggest region in the country, on the island of Borneo, as you can see there. And it's not too far from the new capital of Indonesia that's coming up on the island of Borneo. But And we have a large tract of land and abundant natural resources, including timber, oil and gas, minerals, and hydropower, with huge economic potential. Therefore, we are an emerging region with a very, very profitable investment hub, offering a lot of cost competitive advantage with good connectivity. In terms of our economy, we have maintained quite a good trade surplus with trading partners in Asia and Europe. And we, of course, aspire to leapfrog our GDP from a growth of about 8% per year. It's a huge, ambition, to achieve about 280 billion by 2030 from the current growth of about 4%. And when we want to increase our household income as well from about USD 1,000 ringgit now to triple the number. So that's a huge jump, but we feel and we believe we can do it. So because we want to be a developed nation as well, based on the World Bank, if you achieve 15,000 ringgit of household income, you are classified as developed status. So this is our target. At the global level, as you all know, there's a growing gap between the rate of digital technology adaptation and having appropriate conducive policies, regulations, and digital readiness to maximize our digital value. Some of these areas that need to be addressed include policies and readiness for technology adoption, and also data monetization, workforce readiness, digital infrastructure connectivity, and the growing vibrant technology sector, and of course investment as well as bridging the digital divide, cross-border data is flowing, and research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and cybersecurity, as mentioned earlier, are forefront in all these subjects. According to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development report, UNCTAD, digital economy development still is highly concentrated in developed countries, with more than 75% of the cloud computing market, 50% of the world hyperscale data centers, and the highest rate of 5G adoption, and plus 94% of the AI startup funds, and 90% of the market platform capitalization in North America, in Europe, and contributed to about 79% of the online content creation. So this area that this focus and concentration are. So this difference caused by highly divided digital characteristics in digital economy, where 23% of developing countries' population still have no access to mobile broadband network, and only 20% of the people can have access to internet in comparison to two high digital tech countries in the world. Other factors that are causing the digital divide include countries' digital readiness, including human capital development, investment, research, innovation, ease of doing business, funding, technology adoption, vibrant technology sector, and also digital infrastructure. So these are some subject of disparity between developed and undeveloped countries. Back to Malaysia. Malaysia, as a developing nation, embarked on its digital economy blueprint to transform the country to a digitally driven high-income nation and regional leader in the digital economy. It spells out the effort to initiatives to deliver an aspiration of the My Digital concept. The blueprint charts the trajectory of the digital country contribution to Malaysian economy and builds the foundation to drive digitalization across Malaysia, including addressing the digital divide. Now, go back from the world global level to Malaysia. Now I'm bringing you to Sarawak, the region where I come from. Sarawak is unique in its economic structure, as well as its cultural and social fabric, because it was divided by the big ocean is now, if you can see it. We want to jumpstart our digital economy by leveraging on technology advancement and innovation to achieve a sustainable economic development and aspire to become a developed region in Malaysia by 2030. The Sarawak Development Plan is well encapsulated in our three strategies or three development plans. The first one is the Sarawak Digital Economy Strategy 2018-2022. That was the first phase of our digital strategy. And then we developed during the post-COVID-19 development strategy for 2030, which was launched in 2021. So this will run all the way to 2030. And of course, to be supported by a digital economy blueprint, which has been developed for up to 2030 and will be launched soon. Over the development plan since 2018, we have progressively shifted from a traditional commodity-based economy to digital economy, green economy, and circular-driven economy by innovation, technology, and sustainability in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So we are pursuing our growth under the ambit of ESG. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sarawak Digital Economy 2018 to 2022 outlined the vision and mission as well as strategic actions to be implemented in order to chart our digital economy journey, and Sarawak has been embarking on digital transformation ever since, with a clear direction to drive Sarawak economy to become a high-income and developed status by 2030. So these are the three development plans where we had already in place. So like I said just now, we are on that roadmap to Taiwan. Strategy focused on 8 economic sectors, which are driven by 7 enablers and 47 strategic action to be executed. So by end of 2022, we have achieved 154 projects implemented during the course of that 5 years of our digital economy strategy 2018 to 2022. Over the 5 years, some of the achievement I can share with you here is the launch of our Sarawak e-wallet and become the primary platform for the business and government private sector transactions. We are proud of it because there was never such initiative before that. The e-wallet users in Sarawak have increased tremendously over the years, and the community prefer not to use cash when we had that e-wallet introduced. Secondly, we have established the first Tier 4 design and certified career neutral and green data center. This is another initiative between Batam near Singapore, all the way linking to Sarawak, to ensure all communities in the urban areas are connected. And of course, it is an internet cable system that connects Sarawak to Indonesia using submarine cable, and this system forms the shortest latency route from Sarawak to Singapore. maybe soon to Taiwan as well. Apart from that, digital inclusivity programs, we had to bring the people, because we have huge land of people staying in very remote areas. Some don't even have electricity. So these are all our challenge. So we want to bring internet, but we have to bring power as well. We're talking about power. We have huge power, but the cost of building the infrastructure to bring them power, electricity, connectivity is another challenge. So these are part and parcel of our journey, but fortunately we have been able to provide a large power supply to all our people in the remote areas, which include using solar. So these are our alternatives. So including digital inclusivity become an important agenda for us to ensure all our communities in urban and rural areas are digitally ready and benefit as well from the digital economy. So these are some of the achievements that we've done over the last 5 years. I won't want to run through every one of them. The efforts were also intensified on the telecommunication infrastructure and connectivity. The Sarawak government is committed to have access to the world via 4G and 5G in certain areas that is secure and resilient enough to deal with all sorts of future challenges, including cybersecurity, and foster rapid digitalization that will transform the whole economy and the society. We have connectivity intervention together with the federal government. We call it the Sarawak Broadband Network, as well as the National Digital Network, or Jendela, to cover Sarawak, to connect the whole of Sarawak at least up to 94% by next year. So 94% of Sarawak will be connected with 4G at least. But the other 6% is where the challenge is. So we are looking at various alternative technology, including satellite, to reach that 6%. Because that 6% is very, very remote in the locality. Through this initiative, the people in the rural areas can access to what is important: telemedicine, education, e-commerce, and also engage in their community social media. So this is how digital transformation impacting the people in remote areas become our key agenda. Now, let me move to our post-COVID development strategy, just to give you some insight of it. In this challenging environment, the Sarawak government planned ahead and launched the post-COVID development strategy, because we know that if we don't plan for post-COVID, we might be left behind. The aspiration is that by 2030, we will be a thriving society driven by data and innovation, where everyone enjoys economic prosperity, social inclusivity, and sustainable environment. This will chart the path to strategically position ourselves in the competitive region in this new era. In the post-COVID 2030 strategy is anchored on 6 economic sectors as the engine of growth. These sectors are manufacturing, agriculture, tourism, forestry, mining, and social services. So these 6 sectors will be supported by 7 enablers, namely digital transformation, innovation, education, human capital, basic infrastructure, utilities, transport, and renewable energy. Talking about renewable energy, 80% of our energy comes from hydropower. The other 20% is still gas and a small amount of coal. But we are moving towards So 100% renewable energy, including solar. The Sarawak government recognized the opportunities provided by digital economy to serve as a new source of our fiscal revenue. So this is, of course, like Mr. Zhang was talking about, based on all the applications and all the solutions that has been mentioned, which we can actually leverage on to increase our productivity, improve our efficiency, and to spur the economic growth of Sarawak. Finally, let me just give you some insight about our Sarawak Digital Economy Blueprint 2030. So this will be the one that will drive our digitalization in a big way, especially encouraging investment from the private sector to join us and also to support as well as to benefit, of course, from this blueprint that we have. To ensure that our post-COVID 2030 will be a success, it must be supported by way of technology, innovation, and data. Sarawak established its second digital strategy, which is known as the Sarawak Digital Economy Blueprint. And the blueprint sets out how Sarawak will secure its future as a leading digital economy and society by 2030. This comprehensive plan builds upon the existing strategy and also the post-COVID strategy. And of course, it will be driven by one, nurture the integrated ecosystem to foster digital society. Secondly, is to build the right foundation to grow the digital economy. Thirdly, foster business growth and vibrant technology sector, and capitalize on digital technologies to maximize digital value, as well as to deliver simple and secure, trusted government services. And we like to model that also with countries like China, Taiwan, as well as even Estonia, Europe. The Sarawak Digital Economy Blueprint 2030 is built on 5 pillars to ensure that we can achieve our vision. First pillar is economic growth priorities. This will accelerate the digitalization of economic sectors and data monetization, as well as boosting economic competitiveness through digitalization. And second pillar is digital business development. This will support and grow the globally competitive and vibrant technology sector, investment, startups, and spins in Sarawak. Public sector services, we will ensure that we are able to deliver efficient, trusted services and improve the ease of doing business, because the government sector is very important in supporting investment and ease of doing business. And of course, the frontier technology adoption, which enable the economy-wide transformation and economic growth. And finally, the foundation of digital economy. This one is to accelerate the readiness in infrastructure, connectivity, data governance, cybersecurity, talent, research, as well as entrepreneurship. So this will encompass the whole blueprint for Sarawak, all the 5 pillars. Once we are focused and very stretched in our effort to make sure these pillars become implemented, I believe we'll be successful and we will reach the Taiwan stage of development. I always say Taiwan because I'm in Taiwan. This blueprint is a living document that will transform the whole economy, society, from conventional, traditional, resource-based economy into a more environmentally sustainable technology-based economy. Because we did not use much of this when we grew our economy before, Now, with this advancement of technology, I believe our productivity will be higher and sustainable development will be achieved much better. Just before I end my presentation, I like to say that this effort of Sarawak to move to the next level of economic progress and growth with sustainable development is basically to give our citizens the opportunity to enjoy economic prosperity, which you cannot deny, because for them it's about connectivity, for them it's about how to reach a level of economic prosperity for themselves. And this can only be done if we are providing the basic infrastructure for them, which is connectivity. Of course, with connectivity, talent, and infrastructure in place, we want to see more startups contributing to hundreds of millions to our GDP economy. Our business should grow exponentially. And in line with the advance of technology, our rural people will be able to use technology to even enlarge their product potential from the rural areas. And using, of course, on the basis of course, sustainable development and to save our planet. That's the most important thing. So with this, we hope Sarawak, as it is now, our GDP from digital is about 10%. So we should be able to probably triple the number by 2030. So GDP from digital sector should reach maybe about 30% of our total GDP. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope I have given you a bit of insight of what we're doing and also what we expect to gain from this conference, and also for you to see what the opportunities we have in Sarawak. And I hope this will be also not the last time we meet, because we're going to host the World Congress on Innovation and Technology, WCIT Congress, on the 4th to 6th of October this year. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to Sarawak. But I can't provide you the tickets, of course. But it's not very far. It's only 5 hours flight to a place called Kuching. And you want to know more about Kuching, I want to show you a few short video about Sarawak so that you can be enthused to come to Sarawak for WCIT and see your potential that you can benefit from that. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your indulgence. And before I step down, let's enjoy the video. Thank you, and see you again.
This is a new horizon. One we'd never imagined. In a land as old as time lies the ancient wisdom of mankind. We are all in search of something greater to find meaning in the mysteries long forgotten. What if we went back to where it all began and reconnect with our origin? Now feel the rhythm of Sarawak. This is our prayer for the world. May you come alive even in the stillness as you awaken to newfound senses. May this life be a more immersive journey for as far as you wander. Sarawak, your journey begins here.